80-20-365, a time management system to help you achieve your goals and dreams in 2021 and beyond. We all have the same amount of time. Our results depend where we invest it. This is Living Your Life Well Planned, the 80-20-365 success system with its inventor, my buddy, Adam Vincent Gilmer. I'm Gene Velitis, and I'm your host, and 71 episodes, so much training. It's all for free. Make sure you get your daily planner at Adam's website. And while you're there, check out the bank system as well. And you're also going to find out about Adam's new turnkey system, which will start to develop your own business while Adam helps you and trains you. This is not like a job. This is so completely different. So, Adam, a very special one-day course coming up. Still time to register for it. It's coming up on January 1st, 2022, the new year. Now, the question a lot of people are asking, and I know this from the back of my mind, a lot of people are saying, well, I'm going to a New Year's party, and I'm probably going to sleep in on the 1st of January. As I mentioned in a previous episode, the last goal I set for this year, 2021, was to be out of bed by 6 a.m., January 1st of 2022, so I can lead the pack, not follow, because as I mentioned, as a former Husky owner, I can tell you, you don't want to be at the back of the pack because the view sucks. You want to be the top, the first dog, out of bed and doing stuff. So what's your philosophy about why this one-day course is taking place on January 1st? Why should you be up and taking this, not lying in bed with an ice bag over your head because you had too much alcohol the night before?
Well, just like in the movie, not the new movie, The Matrix, but the original movie, The Matrix, where Neo's given a choice. They're in the suicide Cadillac, right? They're cruising down the boulevard. There's Trinity there. There's Switch. I mean, I know these movies really good because I like them. And basically, Trinity says to Neo, who's ready to get out of the car, they open the door and he looks down the road, Gene, and down the road, it's rainy. And Trinity says something. He says, "You've been down this road before." Now, and at that point, Keanu Reeves, makes a decision, right? The actor makes a decision to say, man, you're right. I've been down this road before. So I'm going to stay on track with, Switch and Trinity. And he goes to meet Morpheus, and then he's given the choices of the red pill and the blue pill. That's what we're telling you. You've already done, how many New Year's have you done before where you've partied your ass off, get up with a headache, or, you have to do, a little shot or something just to even you out in the morning to come back down to being normal. You've lived that life. Why not go about it a little differently and start to ask yourself, how can I do things differently? Well, first of all, it's going to be some self-discipline. I like to go out and have a good time and, have drinks and what have you. But at the end of the day, getting completely wasted and trying to start the next day going, okay, January 1st. And you kind of, I don't say you live in regret, but you live in behind the times of what really great people are doing in their lives. And by the way, last time I checked, none of us are getting out of this world alive. Okay. All of you are going to die at some point. We just die at different times. And I know it was some old age, some sooner, some, working on a set where Alex Baldwin pulls the trigger. So you just never know when that last day is going to roll around. So if that's the case, where we have this impending event, and by the way, I just watched another movie here up at the house in Tahoe with the entire family. Well, with the adults, really. It was a movie called Up. Leonardo DiCaprio is the actor in that, with several other great actors. And they actually find this massive asteroid that's headed towards Earth. That's called an impending event. Okay. And the impending event for you is that whether we like it or not, 2022 is going to start. And the reason why I say to people, get serious about your life, register for the class. It's like $20. It's virtual. We walk you through everything that you need to do. Plus, I'm going to really push and get people to say, go out and get the entire planning system. And the new planning system comes with, your name at the bottom of it, what have you. It's really amazing. Okay. Nice journal type stuff. Once again, we plan things out, 80, 20, 365, get everything written out, and done. And the reason why all this is important is because you're now planned for 2022. You don't have to worry about getting yourself planned. And you also have a track to run on to move you towards your goals or dreams versus you've looked down that road before, just like Neo, and you've been down that road before. It's like, oh God, I'm going to start my 2022 up. And what are other successful people doing? Other successful people, I read something about Warren Buffett and others. When last did you see Warren Buffett at the Wimbledon tennis game or the NFL playoff or, some of the major sporting piece where the billionaire showed up? And I'm not talking about Mark Cuban. I'm talking specifically like, Elon Musk or, others. You don't see that happening. And that's not saying that they don't tune in and watch or what have you. I'm just saying they're not going to that game because they got a bigger game that they're playing themselves. And by the way, if you're watching those games or attending and the Rose Bowl's coming, all this other stuff is, if you're going to the game, you're not one of the players. Those are the people that are the stars of the game. Those are the people that are hoping that they get people to come and watch, that the advertising pays for, okay, to say, hey, listen, that's why they have such big careers, because that's their game, that's their life. And you're not in it. You're a spectator. I'm going to ask you to become a player. And becoming a player means setting aside some time where you get serious to say, okay, let me take on that plan for 90 days. Each one of these planners has a 90-day run. So January, February, March, that's one quarter. Okay. And you treat yourself like a public reporting company. You treat yourself with, love, respect, accountability, and humility. And you learn to do things. You learn to push things through, and you learn to fight the crazy things that are going on in your life. So, okay, let me handle this as business tacticians are going after it, okay, making it work, being a strategist, and seeing if I can make it through. And here's what you find: the biggest breakthroughs in life come from you willing to stand up, okay, and take charge of the situation in life. And we all make this crap and this shit up in our heads, okay? Like, we've all got stuff going on in our heads, but we all make this stuff up and make it like it's a big, huge, mountain of snow or, hill or rock. And it's, mountain. It's not that. Really and truly, we've created our own fears. We're going to teach you to walk through the fears, how to get through the fears. And, there's an acronym for the fear: false evidence appearing real. Literally, your mind is so strong and can instantly make, a mountain out of a molehill, and it becomes a challenge. We're going to help you face those and have breakthrough after breakthrough after breakthrough. And then you start to realize, how moving, instead of being pulled away from your goals and dreams, you're now moving towards your goals and dreams. And that's the one-day workshop. It's going to be about 6 or 7 hours. Okay. Now it's online. We take breaks. We associate things. We put people in different teams and organizations for accountability. We make people do the actions, and the actions is what leads you to making things happen. One of my greatest mentors, Jim Rohn, said, for life to change, you've got to change. Tony Robbins says, for things to change, you got to take action. And I'm going to tell you that we walk you through that. You want to change. It's not really changing. It's growing. Okay. It's actually becoming. And we walk you through that in the one-day workshop. And we get you set up. And then we have a 3-day workshop after that later on that you can be involved with. And it's far more intense, far more grueling, far more accountability. But it's the disciplines, the daily mode of operations that come from, planning, organizing, and being specifically focused consistently over time that ends you up in the place that you really, really want to be. Now, let me tell you how this has worked for me. We're now sitting in a wonderful, I'm in this amazing, I'm going to say wood cabin home, but it's really like my mom said, it's a wood cabin mansion. Okay. And the goal was I wanted to have something for my family, my being brain, body, time, people, was for the people part of me to say, let me invite friends, family. They can come up here. We can go snowboarding, skiing. We can build snowmen. We can take out the snowmobiles. We can take out the crazy Hummers. We can do all the crazy stuff together. Sorry, that's my other phone ringing in my room. But so it be. But that was a goal for me. Okay. Now on the path, it was difficult. We looked for 2+ years, try to find the kind of mountain home that we wanted. And finally we got it. Finally. But you know what? Had I not set the plan, which is part of my real estate portfolio, which is underneath the money section. Okay. I said, hey, listen, and once again, everything comes together in the planner. It's like a ball of amazing energy once used correctly. Your life stuff gets accomplished. That's why we call it living your life well planned. Now, it's not easy, but you know what? If success was as easy as putting on weight, we wouldn't have the system, because everybody's really good at doing that. Okay.
Yeah.
So we force ourselves, and I'm the accountability monitor who say, okay, listen, let's go out and do it. And by the way, if you don't go out and do the work, you're not welcome back in to the workshop. See, so there's an accountability section that people are forced to, hey, listen, I want to be accountable, and I want to be part of the team that's going for it and making it. Okay, great. Let's do this together. And by the way, even though I've got mine planned out and what have you, doesn't mean that I'm, irresponsible to the fact. I'm like, no, I'm responsible. The price for greatness is responsibility. And your responsibility in 2022 falls on nobody else's shoulders except yours. But you do have to be part of a team. Teams win and make things happen. Teams win championships. But individual effort on the basketball court, on the football field, on you name it, it doesn't matter. Part of it, a team inside a company, individual effort counts. So if every person, every player, which I've already invited you to become, isn't willing to step up and give 100%, not 110, don't need 110, need 100, okay? Is willing to give 100% of themselves and move and play the game of their lives, which this is, by the way. This is life, okay? We play the game of life. Great things take place for you and others. And that's what we're doing when we kick off the new year, 2022, January 1st.
I love it. And there's that great old expression, if you don't have a goal, you'll achieve that as well. And who wants to achieve nothing? So if somebody would like to register, what do they do?
They simply go to the 80-20-365 802. That's the 80-20 principle. Practiced every single day for the year, 5 days in a year. So it's 8020365.com, and they can register there for the one-day workshop. It's all done online. We send you out the links, do all that stuff. It's $19.99. And we spend a bunch of hours together with each other. There'll be some personal stuff that I might pull aside and say to a few people. And, I don't be afraid to be called out, because I will be calling out some people who aren't stepping up. But that's how you do it.
$19.95. All you have to do is go to 80-20-365.com and register for this course. I've taken a lot of courses. I facilitated a lot of courses. I don't remember one being $19.95. Now, I've taken some that were $1,900, but $19.95. I mean, you just can't find anything like this for the first day of the year.
Well, no, but here's the beautiful thing. Look, obviously, I'm not doing it for the money, right? I mean, we'll get people registering and what have you, and yay, it covers costs of whatever. But at the end of the day, it's the money making stuff for me comes when you, the individual listening, says, okay, I'm willing to try. I mean, I can afford it. I can afford, $1 a day. I can afford $20 to get my 2022 started. And we go and do it. So now there's accountability. See, what I'm looking for, my goal, my dream out of this is, what if we get 100, 200 people out of all the people that register, moving in a direction that makes their life happen. And, that's the gift that I've been given in this world, is to be able to help the people go through this crazy piece or what have you. I read something else the other day. It was really hilarious. I have to bring this up. I read 5 out of every 6 people that are dying from COVID have been vaccinated and have had booster shots. I'm like, wow. Okay. And by the way, the CDC just put out a whole big thing on this saying that, hey, some of the information that they fed the public was incorrect. Now, I'm not a conspiracy theorist person, but I am going to tell you this. You're amazingly wonderfully made. You have seeds of greatness waiting inside of you to be germinated and come out. Let's go make that happen for you in 2022. Stop listening to some of the other freaking white noise that's out there. And they call it TV programming, Gene, for a reason. Programming. The best news I can tell you is this, get serious, stay healthy. I was not saying I don't need you double masked, double vaccinated, or boosted to take this class. I just need you showing up and saying, okay, we'll show you how to work and make things happen from the comfort of your own home and go after your dreams. Now, if you don't have a business yet to get started, we'll give you one to get started in. Okay, once again, it's between $200 and $1,000 in that particular instance. If you've got other ideas and things from going through the workshop that you say, hey, man, I want to talk to Adam about, I'm more than happy to listen. So it's a two-way street. Okay, it's not just about just my information, this, that, and the other. People are going through things in life. Life ain't easy. If it was easy, every single person on the planet would be, everything they touch would turn to gold. It's not like that. It takes a little bit of time, effort, and energy, and you have to have the right mentors, coaches, and people who have done it. And I'm telling you, the more scrutiny and examination you give me or look at me, you'll see that I've gone through the hard knocks in life. I've made it to the top. It hasn't been easy, but you know what? I'm still pushing because I'm not satisfied. I'm like, people say, well, why don't you just take, retire? I'm like, okay, retire and do what? Go snowboarding with the kids, go, snowmobiling with the family, well, go out to fine restaurants, take private jets. We do all that stuff. So what do you want me to say? Retirement from what? I'm on this planet for another, maybe 60 years if I'm fortunate. Okay, maybe. But at the end of the day, I'm going to live every single day as if it's important that it's my last day. And if you can get just that mindset going through from taking the courses and being part of the system, you, my friends, are going to be on an incredible journey. And when you look back in a few years, you're like, man, this was the moment that you decided to make a decision because nobody else is coming for you. Okay, nobody's going to come and force you to work out at the gym, come and force you to eat the right stuff. Nobody's going to force you to do the right kinds of planning, what have you. You've got to earn the responsibility. And the true little boy and little girl inside yourself is saying, that's what you really want. I suggest you go sign up for the course.
Absolutely. Nobody wants a tombstone that reads, he hung around.
Right.
You want to make something out of your life. And being of service, as Adam is, and I share the same philosophy, being of service to other people is the most rewarding thing you can do in life. It makes you feel good. And when you see people become successful because you've been of service to those people, you get everything you want in life. It's the yin and yang. It's the law of attraction, and it all comes true.
Before you wrap it up, Gene, I just want to mention this. Listen, on the 80/20/365 website, there's an affiliate link, right? You can not only get yourself trained, but you also earn a little income on helping others get trained and also feel the responsibility that, like I do, where we help people manifest the real outcomes that they want to have happen in their lives. And you know what? That's the other invitation. You should become the listener, should become the catalyst to introduce it, take it for yourself, see how it works, and then introduce it to somebody else. There's a 2-level affiliate program there. It works. I'm going to tell you right now that if somebody takes a look at it, this is your turn. Okay, this is, I'm more focused on 2022 now that I've gone through 2020 and 2021 with this crazy world doing what it's been able to do and seeing where the wealth was really generated. And now we're serious about, hey, it's your turn to go make it happen for the individual listening.
Great. And if you love the one-day course, and you'll want to take the super intensive 3-day course. So just to review very quickly, if you want to register for January 1st, still lots of time to do it. Just go to Adam's website, 80/20/365.com. Easy to find. Register. Get up bright and early. The bird gets the worm. And get involved in this course on January 1st. You're going to love it. I know what it's all about. And then you're going to want to take the intensive 3-day course. So when we return on episode 72, we're going to briefly run down what the 3-day course is all about and really get you super stoked and motivated to have your best year ever coming up. It'll happen. This is Living Your Life Well Planned. Adam Vincent Gilmer is the inventor of this system. He'll be hosting the courses. I'm your host, Gene Velitis. Back on the next episode, we're going to talk about the big 3-day course. It's super. 80-20-365, a time management system to help you achieve your goals and dreams in 2021 and beyond. We all have the same amount of time. Our results depend where we invest it. 80-20-365, living your life well planned.